We are on to cycle 2, week 5. Let's start about with the history sentence. Tell me about the 100 Years' War. Let's start back here. Tip that. All right. During the 100 Years' War, Joan of Arc, the J, and King Charles the 7th led the F with a twist for France, led the French to defeat the English. So the French to defeat, and then when you're down here, the English. Oh, how'd you do? At the Siege of Orleans. And we kind of change tacks and say in the late 1340s, and it kind of changes, and I'll start with my fleas. In the late 1340s, fleas on rats carried the plague, which killed 1 out of 3 Europeans. And then you do it again. So it goes, during the 100 Years' War, Joan of Arc and King Charles the 7th led the French to defeat the English at the Siege of Orleans. In the late 1340s, fleas on rats carried the plague which killed 1 out of 3 Europeans. Forgot to show you that one. It's the E around your head like Europe. In the late 1340s, fleas on rats carried the plague which killed 1 out of 3 Europeans. Ugh. European cities. We're going to do a little poem for this week. It uses some of the stuff we learned in week 2. So it starts with the Queen of England. We're associating that we're starting in England. The Queen of England has a London dimple. Great Aunt Francie has 2 eyes. Paris and Orleans, and Paris always cries. That's a hint that Paris is on the Seine River. So the one that's touching the river is Paris. Cousin Spain is hiding Barcelona in her hair. And Rome is a buckle on Italy's boot. You'll find it over there. Yay. Adjective pronouns me, you, him, her, it, us, you, them. So remember, first person, second person, third person, singular. Do. Okay, let's see if I can remember my timeline motions. I think it will be good. Judah falls to Babylon. The temple, is a little T-rock, is destroyed. Babylon falls to Persia, with a P. The Jews return and rebuild the temple. Yay! The Roman Republic and the Golden Age of Greece. Peloponnesian War. No, that's not right. I have to remember it. P is not for Peloponnesian. We're going to show their helmet. Peloponnesian War, and then P for Persia falls to Alexander the Great. Then we have our future tense. So this is a new tense. So the tune for this one is 3 Blind Mice. To help me remember that, I'm going to say my 3 mice, Bo, Bis, and Bit, are going to be blind in the future. It's so sad. In the future, my mice will be blind. And my mice's names are Bo, Bis, and Bit. Careful, he bites. So that's what I'm going to kind of say to remember future. Blind mice, Bo, Bis, and Bit are their names. So it's kind of a stretch, but I'm going to draw the little mice, I think. Bo, Bis, Bit, Bim is bit is bunt. Bo, Bis, Bit, Bim is bit is bunt. I think it's bunt, not bunt. Bunt. First conjugation, future tense, Then we have our math. We have our 9s. This one sometimes is tricky for me. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, and 54, 63, 72, 81, and 90, 99, 108, 117, 126, 135. The tune is Do Lord, and sometimes if I think that, I don't start the 9 like before the melody goes. So 9, 18, yeah. For 10s, we just chant it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. Yay! What are some cycles in nature? The water cycle, the carbon and oxygen cycle, or you can go like that, and the nitrogen cycle. You could also pretend you're pointing to soil. Those are good. I like the tune goes to Sesame Street. What are some cycles in nature? Water cycle, carbon and oxygen cycle, nitrogen cycle. These are some cycles in nature. And that is it.